the world is constantly changing and evolving, and in recent years, one of the most significant developments has been the rise of the BRICS alliance. Comprised of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, BRICS has emerged as a formidable challenger to the dominance of the West, particularly Europe and the United States. BRICS is not a formal military alliance, but rather a grouping of nations that share common economic and political interests. Together, they represent almost half of the world's population and a significant portion of its economic output. In recent years, the alliance has become increasingly influential on the world stage, as its members have taken on a more assertive role in global affairs. So what does this mean for Europe? Some analysts believe that the rise of BRICS poses a direct threat to the continent's economic and political interests. The alliance is seen as a rival to Europe in areas such as trade, investment, and foreign policy. Additionally, some have argued that BRICS is actively seeking to undermine the European Union's unity and influence on the global stage. However, not everyone agrees that BRICS is a direct threat to Europe. Some argue that the alliance is primarily focused on pursuing its own interests, rather than challenging the West. They point out that many of the issues that BRICS is concerned with, such as economic development and energy security, are global in nature and require cooperation between nations. Regardless of whether BRICS is a direct threat to Europe or not, there is no denying that the alliance represents a significant shift in the global balance of power. As such, it is incumbent upon European leaders to carefully consider the impact of BRICS on their economic and political interests, and take steps to protect them if necessary. Some have suggested that Europe should align itself more closely with the United States to counter the rising power of BRICS. However, this strategy may not be feasible or desirable for Europe, given its own internal issues such as Brexit, rising nationalism, and a growing sense of disunity. Ultimately, the rise of BRICS presents both challenges and opportunities for Europe. It is up to European leaders to navigate this new global landscape and find a path forward that preserves the continent's economic and political interests while also promoting cooperation and collaboration with other nations around the world.